Good evening. In the news tonight, enrollment at Vincennes University continues an upward trend. American Amanda Knox is heading home after 4 years in Italian prison. And in sports, the St. Louis Cardinals are hoping the home crowd will spur them on to a win over the Phillies. News Center 22 starts right now.
Weather and sports, produced through the combined efforts of the students, staff, and faculty of Vincennes University's electronic media program. This is News Center 22.
More students are showing a greater interest in attending Vincennes University. Good evening. For News Center 22, I'm Evan Nunn. Christy Dietz, Senior Director of External Relations, told members of the VU Board of Trustees Monday that 15% more students applied to VU compared to a year ago. Dietz says not only did the institution see an increase in applications, but 8 out of every 10 applications who applied ended up being accepted by the university. Dietz says while full-time enrollment declined by 190 students on the Vincennes campus, it was offset by a growth in other areas, such as distance education. System-wide, Dietz reported that VU's enrollment is serving over 2,800 more students compared to a year ago. A former dean and longtime faculty member will come out of retirement to serve as interim provost at Vincennes University. Robert Slayton will assume the post, replacing Dr. Ronald Davis, who accepted a position with John Wood Community College in Quincy, Illinois. Slayton had been with VU since 1972 until his retirement last spring as dean of the Learning Resources Center. He played a major role in the implementation of educational technology at VU, including the establishment of smart classrooms, Blackboard, and other online learning programs. A coroner says an Indiana University freshman killed in a Bloomington apartment fire died of smoke inhalation and carbon monoxide poisoning. Monroe County Coroner Nicole Meyer also said Monday that 19-year-old Renee Orn of Gary had alcohol in her system, but no drugs at the time of the fire Saturday morning at Terra Trace Apartments. Bloomington Fire Chief Roger Kerr says the fire began in an apartment next to the one where Orn was staying. Kerr says the amount of damage might delay determining the cause of the fire. Investigators haven't found any signs of criminal activity in connection with the fire. Good Samaritan Hospital is hosting a men's health tune-up right now until 7 p.m. The free event is being hosted in the hospital parking lot at 8th and Du Bois Streets and is offering men a wide variety of important health screenings for prostate cancer, blood sugar, blood pressure, and cholesterol checks. Last year, around 600 men from Knox and surrounding communities showed up to take advantage of the free blood screenings. Steve Jones, Director of Laboratory Services at GSH, says the men's health tune-up is also a benefit to men who have no health insurance. In addition to the health screenings, there are other exhibits and demonstrations along with free hot dogs, popcorn, and beverages available. The Vincennes Police Department reminds us that to do not flush, bring to us. That's in reference to the third nationwide prescription drug take-back initiative. The program aims to prevent increased pill abuse and theft. DEA, along with the Vincennes Police Department, will be collecting potentially dangerous, expired, unused, and unwanted prescription drugs or illegal drugs for destruction. It will be held at the Vincennes Farmers Market on Saturday, October 29th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. local time. The service is free and anonymous with no questions asked. And you do not have to be a Vincennes resident to use the service. For further information, contact the Vincennes Police Department at 882-1630 or DEA.gov. Indiana ranks 25th in the nation for the number of car accidents involving deer. The ranking from State Farm Insurance is based on data from the Federal Highway Administration. The data indicates that 1 in 178 licensed drivers in Indiana hit a deer on Indiana highways from July 2010 to June 2011. The number is down 11% from the previous year. Former President George W. Bush will appear in Indianapolis on March 7th to deliver the keynote speech at the Work Truck Show at the Indiana Convention Center. NTEA, the Association for the Work Truck Industry and the producer of the show, announced Bush's appearance Monday. It says Bush will discuss the challenges facing the U.S., the power of freedom, the role of faith, and other topics. Bush's speech at a breakfast meeting is open only to persons attending the show. Tickets for non-members cost $79. Additional information is available by calling 1-800-441-6832 or by visiting the website at ntea.com. Still to come on News Center 22, American Amanda Knox is on her way home after being in prison for 4 years on murder charges. We'll have the latest, and Apple will be unveiling something new this evening. But will it be an iPhone 5? Some are saying yes. We'll have these stories and more when we come back. Stay with us.
Built 1,000 years ago.
This building takes off like a rocket ship.
Amazing skyscrapers made of stone.
They were a revelation to the people that would go to a church.
Does the Bible hold the secret code for their designs?
They're aiming at this celestial number.
How were they constructed without modern tools and technology? Building the great cathedrals on Nova.
Coming up this week on WVUT's 22 Magazine. Fall has finally arrived, and with it comes many events and opportunities for you to take advantage of. We'll find out what the Knox County Chamber of Commerce is working on. And then open enrollment for Medicare is just around the corner. But do you need help in signing up or even understanding the process? Generations is ready to help. Find out how on the next 22 Magazine, Saturday night at 7:30 on WVUT.
Amanda Knox is headed home. The American exchange student whose murder conviction was overturned left Italy today to return to Seattle. Sandra Indo is in Washington with more on this homecoming, 4 years in the making.
Amanda Knox's journey home is underway. She boarded this plane in Rome and took off for London. Her final destination, Seattle, where friends and family are eagerly waiting her return.
She was well thought of before she left, and she'll be welcomed back into the community when she gets here.
Just yesterday, Knox was pleading for her freedom in an Italian court. Today, she's a free woman. After nearly 4 years in prison, Knox won her appeal Monday.
So we have ordered the immediate release from prison of Knox Amanda.
Knox was overcome with emotion upon hearing the verdict. The jury cleared the 24-year-old and her former boyfriend, Raphael Solecito, of the killing of British exchange student Meredith Kircher in 2007. Knox's sister calls her acquittal justice long overdue.
We're thankful that Amanda's nightmare is over. She suffered for 4 years for a crime that she did not commit.
While Knox's family celebrates her long-awaited homecoming, Kircher's family believes it is no closer to getting justice for Meredith.
We said all along we don't want the wrong people put away for a crime that they didn't commit. Having said that, as Lyle said, it may be a case of waiting another year now to get the truth.
After spending her first night of freedom with her family, Knox is now making the journey home. The court did uphold a defamation charge against Knox, who wrongly accused a club owner for the crime. The court sentenced her to time served and ordered her to pay compensation. In Seattle, I'm Sandra Endo.
The House Majority Leader is shooting down the president's call for the House and Senate to vote on his jobs bill by the end of the month. Eric Cantor said Monday the full bill won't get a vote in the House. Instead, he said the House will take up several measures this month that he believes the House Republicans and the White House agree on. An Obama spokesman says the president would sign any of the individual parts of the bill if they made it to his desk. He noted they would all have to be paid for in an acceptable and fair way. September was a good month for U.S. automakers. Ford, General Motors, and Chrysler all saw big sales increases. Some of the biggest gains came from SUVs and compact cars, as buyers who had been putting off purchasing a new vehicle finally re-entered the market. Toyota and Honda sales were down as the Japanese automakers continue to recover from February's earthquake and tsunami. As a whole, the industry sold more than 1 million new cars and light trucks in September. Industry analysts say that's up 10% from last year. Here's some good news for cash-strapped parents who wanting to get a head start on their Christmas shopping. Toys R Us says it's expanding its layaway program to include most of its inventory. The store started offering layaway for big-ticket items such as bikes and swing sets in 2009. But starting October 15th in most stores, you'll be able to put things such as dolls and building blocks on layaway. Toys R Us says it'll also offer a Bill Me Later option for its online shoppers. An 11-year-old girl from Tennessee is at the forefront of a national campaign to raise awareness about bullying. As Todd Dunn reports, she's using her voice to make an impact.
I'm not just a pretty face. I've got something more to say.
11-year-old Tristan McIntosh is a 6th grader at Good Pasture Christian Academy. She is lending her voice to a national campaign to help make a statement against bullying.
Well, bullying isn't right, and it's mean. No one wants to be bullied.
Tristan's song, "You Can't Take That Away From Me," was selected by the National Bullying Prevention Center to help them raise awareness about the issue.
And our song just happened to be one of those kinds of songs that just fit their message. And so we were like, yeah, you know, let's join up on this thing. And
composer and songwriter Tim Akers co-wrote the song.
And it kind of resonated with me. I have a son who is handicapped. He has cerebral palsy, and I've seen him struggle over the years with difficulties in that and kids being cruel to him, and so it just kind of struck a chord with me.
The National Bullying Prevention Center wants kids in schools all across the country to take part in Unity Dance Day on October 26.
We have like a flash mob style dance video that's out that all the kids can download across the country, and they can learn these dance moves to this song, and hopefully everybody will dance along and it'll raise awareness.
I'll be anything I want to be. You can't take that away from me.
October is National Bullying Prevention Month. Staying trim and in shape could reduce your risk of breast cancer. A recent study by the Women's Health Initiative showed women who walked just 30 minutes a day lowered their risk of getting the deadly disease by 20%. Another study by the American Cancer Society found women who gained up to 30 pounds after the age of 18 were 40% more likely to get breast cancer. That's compared to women who didn't pack on the pounds. Women who put on an extra 70 pounds after the age of 18 doubled their risk. Jennifer Aniston joins forces to save lives, and reports of a suspected drunk driver crashes into Leanne Rimes' house. Michelle Wright has details in today's Hollywood Minute.
Jennifer Aniston is using her star power to promote breast cancer awareness. The Emmy Award-winning actress teamed up with Dr. Jill Biden to take part in a roundtable discussion with breast cancer patients, survivors, and medical staff. The event is part of the White House effort to commemorate Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Is the Material Girl in store for a big score this February? Sports website SB Nation reports music icon Madonna will headline the halftime show at Super Bowl 46 in Indianapolis. A female solo artist hasn't headlined the Super Bowl's halftime show since Janet Jackson's infamous wardrobe malfunction in 2004. Since then, the NFL has chosen artists like the Rolling Stones and Paul McCartney. Country singer Leanne Rimes may have a few housekeeping chores when she returns to her home in California. Radar Online reports a 20-year-old suspected drunk driver plowed down a fence at the singer's home early on Monday. Rimes was in North Carolina at the time of the crash, and no one was hurt. For Hollywood Minute, I'm Michelle Wright.
What a gorgeous day we had today. Hopefully tomorrow will be the same, more of the same. Ethan Quarterman is here now to let us know. Ethan?
Evan, we are in for a treat, as sunny skies and 80 degrees are expected to be sticking around for the rest of the week. I'll have a look at your complete forecast right after this.
Hi, I'm Mark Wahlberg. Antiques Roadshow is turning up treasures in Raleigh, North Carolina.
So that's the difference between a $1,000 plate and a $10 plate.
Good gracious, I had no idea of that.
Oh my God.
No kidding.
Wow.
Wow. Is that a real wow?
That's a real wow.
Next time from Raleigh, North Carolina on Antiques Roadshow.
Next time on Nature, from Papua New Guinea.